Okay, no, you're fine. Thank you, Hannah, for your introduction. My name is Stacy Walker with the Rochester Financial Empowerment Center. Yes, I am in the building here. 209 is my room here. This is where I rely on Wednesdays. I'm in the building, but just here to talk about finances, definitely. But just to give you a little background, the Rochester Financial Empowerment Center, it's a collaboration. So the city of Rochester partner up with Consumer Credit Counseling Services to do all their financials. So that's how we're called the Rochester Financial Empowerment Center. Now, our main focus is banking, savings, credit, and debt. So who knows who have problems with all four? Maybe not all, but we're just here to help you meeting those financial goals. So it could be something as small as budgeting. It could be as big as home ownership. I would say as home ownership, who doesn't want to own a home at this point? So definitely, we do those services, and we do offer a free one-on-one financial counseling session. Don't worry, because you're in the building. I'm not going to say, Hannah's, gonna be counseling with me today. Oh no, oh no, oh no. We take our, privacy notice disclosure very seriously. So, it's not going to be no side water coolers or anything like that. Guess who counsel today? So don't worry. It's definitely private. It is that one-on-one. The door will be closed. Don't worry if you happen to come in. And even if you didn't want to do face-to-face in the building, I'll be glad to talk to you over the phone, because we're not letting, obviously, just in the building right now. So just not seeing anybody else. But our hours of operation is definitely important here. We do work 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, yeah, in a sense. But I do have a late night on Mondays. I work 11 to 8. But the number is 252-7110. But let's get into this presentation. I just like, just the little questions here. So this series, we're talking about, are you banked or unbanked? It comes a time where, we become an adult. We want to handle our business, in a way. So the first question, what is the difference between banks and credit unions? Now, keep in mind here, I consider everybody's family. So don't worry. Don't think it's something, I'm crazy. Oh my gosh, you're going to talk about me because I don't know. Please, please ask questions. This is what I like to do. I love to talk. So I need to hear back from somebody. Somebody give me something. What is the difference between banks and credit unions? And please don't be shy. I don't mind going down, holding my laptop and knocking on doors today. I don't mind. I don't mind. Anybody?
Banks are for profit.
Okay. Anybody else?
I think banks can give you larger loans.
What about credit unions? Anybody know about anything about credit unions?
Hold on, our students are formulating their thoughts.
Okay.
I say credit union is like a financial.
Credit union is like a
Financial.
financial,
Yeah.
is a financial thing. Yeah, it is a financial thing, but so is a bank. So what are the differences? So somebody said on the thing, banks are for profit. Is that what I heard? Banks are for profit. We need to know what that means, right? And then so,
Credit union can get profit.
from a credit, banks are for profit, mean they make money on your money. So what do you think credit unions are then?
That's corporate that give more money for the or give you at same amount you have in your account. Sometime or in Puerto Rico, that's give you at same amount 2 times.
They give you, they match the,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
sorry, we're still working it through.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Say something. Is it on like a credit union? It's like if
I don't know if you saw in the chat, Stacy, too, about just maybe your pace of.
I can't hear you and them at the same time. Go ahead. What?
credit union, it's like if they give you money, you don't have to pay with the interest.
The fees, you don't have to pay the fees.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have, with a credit union, you don't have to pay the fees. That's one thing. And then somebody else was saying that they may match your money. And then someone else said the interest may be different. That's what we have so far.
Okay, okay. Anybody else?
Good. This is our banking person right here. So if we have any questions after, we just go to her. Oh, I was pointing to a student. I'm sorry. I have a student who worked in finance in her country. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Abibi.
One volunteer
Say again.
went with me to the bank, and he told me you have to open an account here. And he left our location out of the bank. I remained there alone, but I was not familiar with which kind of bank, which credit, which account I must have it. I made some mistake. I told them anything you want. But when I got an account, right now, I know a little bit about the difference between the credit card or checking account or Visa card, something to credit. I don't understand this.
So-
kind of meaning.
So I'm glad you asked the question because I think another thing to sort of suss out is the difference between a credit union and a credit card. For some of our students, because he was saying he went to the bank and then they were talking to him about credit cards while he was trying to open up a bank account. All right, I'm going to put us back on mute like I thought I did before and like continue. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll answer your question. So a bank account is something that you can deposit money. I would say deposit your check into. You can make transactions from a checking account to a savings account. So transfer money to either one of the accounts, make deposits, have deposits going in there as well. A credit card, I always say it's not your money. It's not your money. It's borrowed money. Banks lend out money to people based on credit history, based on length and your income. So credit cards is, I would say, it's just not your money. It's borrowed money. The difference between banks and credit unions. Banks they're larger banks. Like you say, banks are for profit. So they do make money off of, I would say, us people. They do make money off that way. The banks, they have a variety of products that they can offer to you. And they're also located in many states. So keep that in mind with banks. And I say bigger banks in a sense there. Credit unions. Credit unions are local. So they're usually community banks. I like to say I call them hug banks. And the reason why I say I call them hug banks, they embrace you. They, ask, do you want coffee? Do you want water? Not say that the larger banks don't do that, but it's community dollars, I should say, in a sense there, where your membership is usually through someone else. Normally, I say back in the days, Eastman Savings and Loans, you had to work at Kodak in order to be a member. And then if any family members, family member that worked there, you was able to get into the bank that way. So they look at the membership. If you live, worship in that area, you can have an account there. So the credit unions are just local. So they and they're not for profit. They're not. Just make sure to say not for profit. So keep that in mind. I hope that answers everybody's question there. Now, our next question. What is an advantage of having a bank account? What is an advantage of having a bank account? Now that we know the difference between banks and credit unions. Please don't be shy. Please don't be shy.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Say it loud.
Yeah. With the bank, you can save money.
Could you hear that?
No.
Louder.
I say with the bank, you can save money.
That's the not louder. I don't hear any difference. Louder. Come up closer. Come closer. He's coming. He's laughing his way up here.
Okay.
Okay, with the bank, you can save money, for example.
Okay.
With a bank account, you can save money.
Yes. What else? You're too quiet for me. You're too quiet. I like noise. I love noise.
So I asked them a question. I go, with a bank account, what can some people not do? Most likely.
What can they do? I didn't hear that part.
I'm asking my students so they can throw something in there. What can someone not do if you have a bank account?
We've got an answer.
Go
Can
ahead.
you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, what was it? I forgot. Oh, you can deposit, direct deposit, a student said. Yes.
Anything else?
Yeah, I have a question, Stacy.
Yes.
This is Jackie. How you doing?
Finding you.
Like you know how when you go to the ATM machine, I know they say you're supposed to go to your bank. And say you're not going to your bank, but you go to the store. Why are you being charged to use the machine and then the bank charging you also? I don't understand.
So
Okay,
you said,
okay, say like the bank, okay, you go to the store, you're paying the $250 just to use the ATM. And then the bank also charges. Why is that?
You have to write this, just show it.
Because that's fee, I mean, money.
Right?
I had two different people in the background. I'm sorry.
Okay. So what I was saying is, okay, like say the bank charging you money for using a different machine. Then you also paying the ATM, so you're paying two. That's a lot of money.
It is.
Especially
And
if your bank is not close to you and you don't have a choice to go to the first machine that's closer to you. I don't think that's right though. Because I'm looking at if I'm using another machine because I don't have transportation because of my age and I gotta go to a closer machine. And then I'm looking at it, well, why is the bank charging me also? Is they supposed to do that though?
yes, I said they do have a right to do that because they, what if, I'm gonna just say, what if you go to A bank and B bank is closer to you because, it's not closer to you. They're gonna charge you for, like you say, $250. And now your bank, A bank, now they're gonna charge you too because you didn't use their ATM machine. So it is legal. So that's why they encourage you to make sure to use your own bank.
But that's like you controlling my money. You telling
It
me,
is.
you
It's
know,
a monopoly.
you should be able to tell me how to control my money. Especially, I should be able to go to anywhere and draw it out without paying two different fees. So how do we deal with that issue? How do we change that issue? Because the bank is really getting over because the bank
They
is
are.
control over your money, which they shouldn't have control. Because we're putting it in there. So why should you have to tell me how to go to what machine and then you take it from me? They're taking it. It should be, they should do something about that.
Yeah. You know, we can sign petitions, you know, different, you know, and looking at the, where they have the banks too. So keep that in mind. We'll just say, hey, you have a M&T account. And where you live at, there's no M&T bank out there. So, you know, potentially, hey, you know, why is not one closer to here, you know, in the proximity of where I live at, you know, so that could be a conversation, hey, for the lawmakers to say, hey, we need banks that will be able to not charge us fees, to not you know, we want them to be in our neighborhood, and so we can avoid fees. But that's how, you know, banking works, you know, in a sense, because they want you to use the ATM. They know that, you know, in this community here, they may not have a lot of people with this bank, and they capitalize off of that, you know, because the fees.
Rich, they get it, you know, but I'm saying, but I'm saying it's really sad. But I'm saying, but it's really sad because they're getting over. And I don't think that's right though, because I feel like I should be able to go anywhere I want to draw my money out. Why should I be paying you and the machine? We need to take a look at that.
Yes, yep, it's true. No, it's
you know what? And then I have another question. You know, a bank account, because I'm on a budget, and say like maybe you have like $2 and you go maybe over your bank account is zero. Okay, I didn't know that they will still be charging you because your bank account is empty. What difference does it make if you get a check every month from disability? But why would you still have to be paying money if you're not taking nothing from them? I don't understand.
So are you saying, like, what if, you know, your account went negative?
Right.
And no money's not coming to the account for another, I would say, week. Now, some banks will charge you a daily fee for that.
That's not fair.
I'm sorry?
That's not fair.
I know it's not fair, but it's also, and you know, when you start looking at your bank, you know, what this bank have, you know, what, you know, we also have to look at the good, and we'll also have to look at the bad. Will this bank charge me a fee every single day if I'm negative? Will this bank charge me if I happen to go over $1? You know, so that's why they offer overdraft protection. Is that right? It's not right. It is not right. But you also have to do your homework too when you're looking at banks. You know, is this bank going to be good for me? I would say good for me, you know, because sometimes, hey, I may be off on my budget. I may, you know, go over $2, $5, $25, $100 in that case. Will they charge me a fee every day versus a one-time, all right, I'm just going to hit you with this overdraft fee for $35 and be done with it? So you definitely want to do your homework with that. But they can charge, because I've heard a lot of people complain about that.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you another thing what they do. Okay, they do it every 4 to 5 days. If you don't pay that much in 4 or 5 days, that's another $37 nowadays.
Yep.
My question is, the bank is ripping off more people than what you put inside of it, because I feel like this. I've been where I remember Rochester Community Saving Bank before it became.
Yep.
And I remember they used to have the Christmas fund. You know,
Yep.
I remember all this, and then something else I found out. I had life insurance for my kids. I did when they first when it was Midtown Plaza, and they had Rochester Community Saving Bank. Now,
I'm not sure who's speaking from Rizzo's classroom. I'm so sorry, but maybe we can save a little bit more detailed personal questions for an appointment with Stacy, just so she can have time to finish what her presentation is about. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cut you off at all, whoever's speaking, but I just want to make sure she can get through what she planned on.
That's the question we asked.
Okay.
That's the question I want to know. That's why you got us on here. Question, right?
Yeah, but she can also take appointments for very specific cases.
I'm done with it. I don't want to ask.
Okay. All right.
Don't cut me off. I think it's very rude.
Okay, Stacy, you can take the floor and pick up wherever you were. if that's-
No worries, no worries. Definitely still here to help everybody. So don't, I'm here. I would say I'm definitely here. So I don't want nobody to get offended. I'm definitely here for all questions, all answers. Definitely gonna be here. Don't feel like, hey, it was cut too short. I'm here. I'm just gonna say I am here. So some of the advantage of having a bank account, online banking, obviously that's definitely good here. Also, money could be deposited, in your checking, savings account, whichever account that you have. Just having a bank account, you could obtain loans and other products that's available. And, just having a bank account is, you can access your money easily. So if my check goes in my account 12 o'clock, guess what? By 12:01, I'm ready to swipe, come Christmas time or whenever, we think about those things there. And also say, to get back to the question with savings funds and Christmas funds, certain banks, and I've noticed that, like credit unions, they do have Christmas funds. So keep that in mind too, with the credit unions. I'm not sure. I have both. I'm gonna say I have both. I have a bank and also have a credit union account. I know more so the products on the credit union side, because it works for me. I'm gonna say what works for me. And I know that they do offer Christmas accounts, that you can start saving. Guess what? As of next month, say as of next month. So, and someone put in a chat, can you explain Christmas fund? What is a Christmas fund? Hey, we know when it comes around, right? Christmas comes, every year, December 25th. But what it is, it's an account. It's a savings account that you cannot touch, potentially, I say don't touch, until around about October. So from October to October. So you'll start, next month for the savings. So you have a goal. I say most people try to have a goal for the Christmas savings account. And what you do, you make deposits. However, you get paid. You want to do it once a month. We'll just say, hey, I'm gonna put in $50 a month. I know I'll put in $50 a month. So when it's time for me to use my Christmas fund money, which is usually, like I say, usually around October timeframe, you get that money out come next year now, because obviously the end of the year now, you'll have money for Christmas savings fund. So it's just a savings account that you have. Just try not to touch it throughout the year. So October, you start in October, November, you make these deposits. You're making deposits into your savings account. And then come, when it's time for the bank to release your money, guess what, y'all? I got $600 just so I can go, Christmas shopping. So, just have it, for the Christmas fund, just try to have a goal in mind that you're looking for.
What bank was she recommend? Like, what work would you get a 6-year-old?
And also, with having a bank account, sorry, noise in the background, you can transfer money easily over just by having I'm sorry, a bank account. So it's definitely easy to transfer over money when you have a bank account. And the last question here, what is the disadvantage of not having a bank account? What is the disadvantage of not having a bank account?
We have one. Go ahead. Why don't you move forward? Just come on up closer, Ernestina, so you don't have to shout. Come here. So what's a disadvantage of not having a bank account? What was your answer before?
For the robbers.
Yes, so say it in a complete sentence, please. Go ahead.
I think they put the money in the bank for the robbers. In the house, it's more easy for the people take the money.
Did you hear that?
I didn't
She said that you don't put your money in your house because then people can rob it. She said for the robbers, so they can't come and take your money. I mean,
True.
they can in a bank, but it's a little bit more difficult.
Yes, that's true. No, it's true. It's true. It's true. Thank you for that. Yeah. Anybody else? Come on, I know somebody else got something. Come on.
We've got a student who has something.
Yeah, I have something here. There is no way to receive direct deposit from an employer.
Yep, that's true.
And I have another one, and I want to be able to start building a credit history for future work.
Like
Borrowing?
borrowing.
Yeah, borrowing. Yeah, thank you.
We have one too. Go ahead. Loud, loud. Come here, come here. Yeah, your voice is too soft. Come on, come on.
More interest
Earn interest, earn,
and
earn,
earn,
earn more interest. Say, you say,
earn interest.
can you hear it?
He said earn more interest.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
so if you put money in a bank, you will earn interest, is what he's saying.
Okay. And obviously it's a disadvantage of not having a bank account, so you can't do that.
I don't know if this is right at all, but you can't really as easily do electronic type payments because a lot of times they ask you to put in, if you're buying something offline, put in your debit card or your bank card or your bank account information so they can just take the money out that way. But I don't know if you can have a credit card if you don't have a bank account. Not sure how that works. But I'm not sure, obviously that would be a disadvantage. You can't do that as easily. So I don't know if that's right or not.
You can have a credit card and not have a bank account. If that makes sense. You can. You can. You can. You can. Yes. Anybody else? Come on, somebody else. Somebody else. I don't bite. I promise. I promise. I don't bite. I don't bite. I don't bite. So disadvantage. I look at my time. I think about your time. If I don't have a bank account, I got to go to Walmart, Tops, Wegmans, whoever to cash my check. I got to look at business hours. So what if, all right, it's 12 o'clock at night. I need to cash this check. I gotta cash the check. I gotta wait until at least 9, 10 o'clock. If your checks get mailed to you, so now you gotta wait on postal service. So sometimes they could be at a delay. So, having to wait in the mail. Obviously business hours is huge, for that. So we're talking like a 8 to 5, 9 to 5, 10 to 6 or so. So timing, I think, is everything. Going to different places, because you're going to these different places, you're going to be charged fees. So because I don't have a bank account, now I got to give you $1 to cash my check. I got to give you $5. I got to give you a percentage to cash my money. That doesn't work for me. That does not work for me, So these are some of the things that, you can't do. Just a disadvantage of not having a bank account. You can't transfer money over, you can't look at your account online, just not having these, let's say, different, qualities, having that bank account. So I think it's important to have a bank account. We look at, we'll just say home ownership, for example. In order to purchase a house, they want to see, how do you handle your money? What does your bank account look like? What if, I work self-employed? You got to prove it. How did you get this money? Where's this money coming from? So they also check that out as well. So keep that in mind, when you're looking at banks, when you're looking at not having accounts, not able to open up a checking or savings account just because. And if you don't have an account, look at fees. You know, hey, I may go to the post office to get a money order where they only charge me, I don't know, I think it's like $1.05. I could be wrong. I think it's like $1 something, but CVS may charge this amount, but Walmart may charge this amount. You can avoid all that time wise if you had a checking account where you can order your own checks and you don't have to wait in line for that. So it's to me, feel like it's a lot of advantage of having a bank account versus not having a bank account. And like I say, I look at my time. My time is precious. I don't want to be standing in line waiting to cash my check. And then I have to pay all these fees just because I don't have an account. So I think it's definitely important. And if we want to do a deep dive in, please come see me 209. I'm in the building 209. Be happy to answer any questions, any concerns. I'll be happy to schedule an appointment. Like I say, hours operation, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Let's see, take that back. Mondays I work 11 to 8. Tuesday through Friday, I work 8 to 5. And we do have a couple other counselors as well. And we do have someone who speaks Spanish as well. And if we need an interpreter, we can do that as well. So don't be discouraged. Please don't be discouraged. We are here to assist everybody. And the best part, people, it's free. It is free service, free service, free service. So I hope, you know, I have people lined around the corner, every which direction, you know, just asking questions if you don't feel comfortable enough to asking in a question. And I'll say in a group setting, but I'll definitely be happy to assist questions, concerns. Please come see me.
Hey, Stacy,
Yes.
how, if students want to see you in your office in 209, how do they set that up with you?
Yep. So right now, I don't have any appointments until, let me just check my calendar right quick, till 12 o'clock. So they can knock on the door. I'm gonna have the door open. I just close it because we have a meeting, but I'm gonna leave my door open all up until 12 o'clock. They can come in to schedule an appointment. They can also email me and I can put that in the chat, but my email is swalker, SWALKER at CCCS of ROCHESTER. I know it's long, but I'm gonna put in chat. S Walker at CCCS of Rochester.org to schedule an appointment. I will look for a time, you know, just so in the, because I'm here on Wednesdays, we're just trying to adjust my schedule enough to have people come in. Thank you. Thank you, Hannah, for putting that in there to make sure we have enough time frame. So we're looking around the 10 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hour to have an appointment. I want to say like 2. So hopefully, if anyone wants to schedule something, I'll be glad to. I'll just give you a date and time, which is available. Like we're seeing people in Oasis building, but not any outside right now. But if you want to do it over the phone, we can do it over the phone as well. And I do have, like I say, late appointments on Mondays. So that's an option as well. Other than that, it'd be at 8 to 5. But when I am in the building on Wednesdays, we're trying to accommodate as much as possible. It's just that my schedule just got a little bit tight when we lost a person. But we were just carving out some time for Oasis people. So if you want to meet me on Wednesdays, I'm glad. Doors will be open. It will be sanitized. It will be sanitized. I promise. You know, so don't worry about that. We do have the tools. We do have the tools. So you can just come in, we can schedule an appointment, and that's it. That's it. Or you can email me, Stacy, I want an appointment. You know, let me know what you have. Definitely be glad to assist. So please.
So you can see people in person at Oasis on Wednesdays, and then all the other days of the week, so Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, it can be over the phone.
It will be over the phone because I'm still working from home.
Right.
I'm still working
Verify
from
that.
home the other day. So this is the only day I get out, people. So please come to see me. So please, welcome arms. So we can't hug, but we can, do a little handshake there, a little elbow. So no worries, no worries, no worries. But yes, it'll be over the phone on the other days. But when I'm here in Oasis, for the students, for the staff, whoever would like to come, just in this building. I say this building, no outsiders, no outsiders. But yes, I'll be able to see people face to face in here. Yes.
Stacy, excuse me,
Yes.
we have another question in general, but come
Yes.
on up here. It's hard to navigate, so give us a second.
Yes.
Come here. Hurry. So speak into my computer. Okay, go ahead.
It's true in the checking or savings accounts, no touch in 3 years, no deposit, no take a money, nothing in 3 years. The bank take all the money?
No, they should not take your money if you haven't made any deposits, any like that in 3 years. They
My
shouldn't.
question is because in Mexico, yes, 3 years, no touch the account, the bank take the money and after not have nothing.
Did they give a letter? See, I'm not sure about.
Give you a letter?
No.
But that's in Mexico, not here. She was saying in her country, if you don't touch your money for 3 years or the account, they'll take your money. So here they're required to return it to you or at least make its best attempt, right?
Yes. But that's a good to know. Thank you. I learned something new today. That's in Mexico. Oh,
not
wow.
to do banking
Give
in Mexico.
your money. Tell them give your money back, please. No. Do something with it, because at least, obviously keeping that money in the account, you will gain interest because you're not touching it. But it sounds like in Mexico they do something totally different. So, doing that homework, definitely doing that, making sure this is what this account details involves, makes a difference. Definitely makes a difference. So keep that in mind. And when you're looking to open up the accounts, ask questions. Please ask,
Stacy,
because you never know. Yes.
why do you have a bank account and a credit union account? Or why are you at both?
The credit union that I have, the products that they offered was great. So that's why I have a credit union account. I used to work at a bank. So at the time when I was working at that particular bank, they offered me free stuff as an employee. So that's why at the bigger bank, it was some stuff that I was happy with because I was getting free stuff because I was an employee. But once they let me go, they closed down. But I opened up the bank account because of the hours that the particular bank that I have, they were offering, this is pre-COVID, hours after 6 o'clock. So that's what drew me into that account. To the bank account. I'll say it's a larger bank. I can use it, other places, and they were inside a store. I feel like I'm giving it away, but at Citizens, or to say Citizens, they were offering 7 o'clock, I would say closing time. So that's why I chose that particular bank because of the hours. And the credit union, I'm big on checks. Big on checks. I need a paper trail for certain things. So at my credit union, I don't have to pay for a number of checks or so. I get a box for so many, and they were offering like a free checking account or free savings account. So that's why I have both. So I just try to keep my options open, and the hours as well. So that's why it accommodated me.
That's good. Yeah.
Thank you.
We have another question. Go ahead.
Yes.
what's the difference between bank and traditional bank?
Bank and a traditional bank?
Yeah.
So are you talking like an online bank?
Yeah, online bank. Yeah.
Yep. So with the online banks, they offer, they're different. I would say they're different. Only because I have to cheat here. I have to cheat here with the online banks. Online banks typically offer some, but not all banking services. They often provide links for your conventional bank accounts, and online banks, they may charge a higher rate on deposits and charge lower rates on loans. So that's like an online bank versus traditional would be, I can go, I can feel, I can touch the office. I could, do transactions face to face versus just doing everything online. When the pandemic happened, I'll just say the pandemic happened, a lot of people didn't have access to go to the bank. So they open up online to make it easier for them. So just depending on your comfort level. Me personally, I think online banks is more. You pay more money because it's that non-traditional way of depositing money. I like face. I like to go in to see. I need somebody to tell me exactly this is where my money is and explain it out versus looking online. So it's just that non-traditional feel, in a sense where you just do everything online. You probably online mostly chat versus chatting on the computer versus speaking with someone face to face or calling their customer service line. So I'm assuming with that, you'd be speaking with someone on the phone or in a chat versus where a traditional bank, you can actually go into that location. Great question, though. That's definitely a great question. Definitely a great question. Anybody else?
Many banks that are, have actual locations, like KeyBank, offer online banking as well. So you can do both with a lot of banks. I assume, are there specifically online banks only, like that only operate on the internet, or?
Yes. So KeyBank is more like a traditional bank versus an online. I would say like a Chime account. I know that's like an online account. Just over here. I know Chime because I hear that a lot. That's like an online bank. I have to Google it up to see what other online banks. So those are, you just can't go into, you can go into KeyBank, but they do have online services. Chime is just strictly online and that's it. So.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes.
If a immigrant newly arrived in the United States, which kind of account must have it in Rochester City to do with the money, handle the money?
So a newly arriving immigrant, what do you suggest? What type of account is better for them?
Ooh, that's a great question. Looking at what they want out of a bank.
So they would have to meet with you individually to help you determine what you're looking for, because not every immigrant's the same. Yeah.
Correct.
Correct.
Generally,
it's probably
I
better.
have a question generally.
Generally.
What is your idea regarding this?
What's your opinion, Stacy?
Then you got to hold me accountable. Say, oh, she told me that. No, it's sure. That's a good question. You got me on that one. I still gonna go back to, what are your goals? What are your needs? What do you want? What do you want? So I look at the want. you know,
But
Stacy
want to
wants this.
I want to have deposit money also, and also daily buying something from the stores and pay the checks and bills and so on.
Yeah, so he's telling you.
So I would say, I would definitely suggest we'll look for a bank that has free checking, free savings. You know, when you use your debit card, I don't want no one to charge you a fee just because I use my debit card 50 times. I swipe a lot. So that's what type of bank you were looking for. I would definitely suggest a credit union. Why? Because I know on bigger bank side, I've heard a lot of people complain about one particular bank. I'm not going to say what it is, but that they charge you fees if you use so many transactions. So like I say, in that case, I would definitely suggest a credit union versus a big bank, only because of the transactions and what you're looking to do. Did I answer your question?
Did she answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. You
See you
too.
later.
I'm still at 209 though. I'm still at 209.
Oh, we have another question.
Yes.
Come on, buddies, walk into the front. Come on
Okay.
down.
No worries. No worries. It's the Price is Right. Price is
Yeah.
Right. Come on down.
Go ahead.
I earn more money in my country. I'm from Egypt. I can put $1,000, $10,000, anything. I can earn every year's 8 to 12% every years.
Are you asking about what the interest rate is to
No,
earn?
who's a bank I can earn same?
Oh, you want to earn, you want to know which one has the best interest rate, like at least 8 to 12%, you said?
Yes.
That might be a question you might want to ask her personally. But he's asking like which banks have the best interest rate, but they change, right?
Yep,
Stacey?
they do change. So you will have to, that's some digging.
Yeah.
Definitely digging to see, okay, we're going to look at, like I say, bigger bank versus a smaller bank. Who has the most return for me? So we just sit down and see
Are you
what
getting
banks
the
that
answer?
have that.
And also the type of accounts, right? Like a
Correct.
CD or something like that, like a more of a money market.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Anything else? Come on, you're too quiet, people. You're too quiet. Nobody, nobody, anything. Well, if nobody have any other questions, I'm gonna open up my door now until 12 o'clock. So if anybody want to come down, please, don't hesitate to ask a question, can sit down in a chair. It's fully, safe. I would say safe in the road, so you don't have to worry. But please come in the office in 209. I'm here until 4 o'clock today. But other than that, my email is in the chat, the swalker@cccs of Rochester.org. You can come down. You can always call the office, 585-252-7110. But I'm also, like I say, in the office on Wednesdays, every Wednesday until I have a vacation, which is soon. Which is so.